What do you got for me?
What do I got for you? What made you decide on choosing a school you went to for college sports? So what made you decide to go to, I guess, New Mexico and then
Well,
Jackson?
I think similar to you, I started late. Well, I started maybe a little bit earlier, but I decided I didn't want to go, and then I rekindled my love for wanting to go, I guess, or my interest to go. So for me, choosing a school, though, I still had some options, of course, and to me, it was a number of preferences that I had set out with my. I had a recruiting coach that was helping me. And my dad and my, personal coaches and stuff. And so we set out some expectations, some preferences, some requirements. I mean, one thing was what I wanted to study. I think that was the most important thing for me and my family was, is it got a major that I can actually excel in and that I want to study. It's going to make me want to go there. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have been so motivated doing a major that I wasn't interested in. The weather was important to me, but knowing that might not have been a guarantee. I wanted to travel just like you. I love to travel. So having a great schedule, playing great teams, getting an opportunity to excel as a student and as an athlete, and just having a good group of people around me, a good coach, someone who I could look up to that could mentor me. I think that was important for my family as well. They're sending me far away. They wanted to make sure I was in good hands.
Right.
So, I think that everybody has their own preferences, right? And so those are some of the things that made me choose the school. And I think you got to set those out ahead of time and check as many boxes as possible.
Yeah, let me throw something in there because we were kind of both, I guess, late in the process, kind of the unknown, and then ended up going somewhere. Again, for me and Tarek, like we're talking, almost 20 years ago. So what we had access to, and as being international student athletes, what we had access to back then is so minimum to what, like high school kids have now, whether it's, all these, showcases or all these, online recruiting platforms where coaches are just, going to on a daily basis. I mean, we had none of this. So we had, back then we had email, depending on how quick or how fast your speed was back then. And we had the postal service. We had to send out, cassettes with videotapes, to the coaches with, our own portfolio and things like that. So, there's just a lot more things that student athletes have access to these days that tremendously help the process.
Yeah, we had to ask the coach a lot of the questions and look at a school website. And now you have all that built into the platforms where you can see what majors they have. You can see, the difference comparisons between the schools and all the statistics that they show you to help you make that decision a lot quicker too. So yeah, it's great to have access to the technology and the data.
Exactly.